I'm Faith, a family recovery specialist, life coach, and founder of Heartland Family Recovery. I'm also a wife, a mother of 3 grown children, a woman of faith, and a person who has spent a lifetime living with and loving people who struggle with addiction and mental health issues. I understand what a difficult time you may be going through, and I acknowledge you for having the courage and determination to take this first step towards getting your life back and becoming your loved one's best chance at a healthy, long-lasting recovery. Traditional treatment and recovery is focused on the addict, but it's well documented that addiction is a family disease. I've known grief and loss. I've witnessed, experienced, and suffered the devastating and often violent effects of substance use disorders and multi-generational trauma. I was deemed the only normal person in the family. Little did anyone know that I too suffered from undiagnosed anxiety, depression, low self-esteem, insomnia, and even PTSD. In recent years, I've learned it didn't have to be that way. And if you're ready to put an end to the insanity, I'm here to help guide you from chaos to calm. As a child, I became an expert at hiding my family's secrets and my pain. As an adult, I did everything I thought possible to raise my family differently, to put an end to the cycle. So you can imagine how shocked I was to discover that one of my teenage children was using drugs and getting into serious trouble. My child's life was spiraling dangerously out of control, and I was terrified. My worst nightmare was happening, and it literally brought me to my knees. I searched for help, but I couldn't find what we needed. I felt like a failure as a parent. I was lost, alone, exhausted. Nothing I did seemed to help. The worst part was seeing my child in so much pain and myself feeling helpless and frustrated. My spirit was nearly broken, and there were some very dark days. We sought recovery and therapy and attended peer support groups, which provided a measure of relief and helped me get through another day. Then, a lifelong friend of mine introduced me to the BALM approach to family recovery, which stands for Be a Loving Mirror. And I went from being on the verge of a nervous breakdown to becoming the person I am today, an empowered woman living a meaningful life. At first, I didn't think it was possible to rebuild my shattered family, but I made up my mind to trust the process. I studied family recovery for several years and worked intensely with my own personal coach, who was my lifeline. Gradually, things changed, and the family dynamic and atmosphere in our home shifted back to a more harmonious environment where people interacted with loving kindness and respect. What a gift that was. And my mission is to share that with you. What I offer is a unique, holistic approach that focuses not only on the addict, but on the family's recovery, emotionally, spiritually, and physically, because experience shows that when the family gets well, the loved one has a much greater chance at recovery. So here's what I invite you to do. Type in your email so I can send you the free 5 tips to finding peace with the BALM. Then register for either the introductory class or the basic 12-week workshop, both of which I'm presenting live on Zoom. These are group courses limited to 10 people at a time. Or do what I did and take a deep dive into the full access 1-year online program, which you can start right away. It's available 24/7, and you can work at your own pace. But if you're like me and you want to be held accountable, make sure you register for private one-on-one coaching, because that will really accelerate your recovery process. It's humbling to know my calling in this world, and I look forward to meeting you and consider it a privilege to help guide you and your family along the way to recovery.